Chapter 17. Off to the fair. The night before the country fair, everybody went to bed early. Fern and Abby were in bed by 8. Uncle Mr. Zuckerman lay dreaming about Wilbur. He dreamt that Wilbur had grown until he was 116 feet long and 92 feet high, and that he had won all the prizes at the fair and was covered in blue ribbons. And he even had a blue ribbon tied to the end of his tail. Down in the barn cellar, the animals too went to sleep all early, except Charlotte. Tomorrow will be the fair day. Every creature planned to get up early to see Wilbur off on his great adventure. When morning came, everybody got up daylight. The day was hot. The road at the Arable's house, Fern lugged a pail of hot water in her room and took a sponge bath. Then she put her prettiest dress because she knew she would see boys at the fair. Miss Arable scrubbed the back of Avery's neck and wet his hair and parted it and brushed it down hard till it stuck at the top of his head. And bright and early, Lurvy put clean straw in Wilbur's crate and lifted it into the pig pen. The crate was green. In gold letter it said, Zuckerman's famous pig. Homer, she said to their husband, I'm going to give that pig a buttermilk bath. A what? Said Mr. Zuckerman. A buttermilk bath. My grandmother used to bathe her pig with buttermilk when it got dirty. Just remembered. Wilbur's not dirty, said Mr. Zuckerman proudly. He's filthy behind the ears, said Mr. Zuckerman. Every time Lurvy swaps him, the food runs down around the ears, and when it dries, it forms a crust. He also has a smudge on one side where he lays down in the manure. He lays in clean straw, corrected Mr. Zuckerman. Well, he's dirty, and he's going to have a bath. Zuckerman sat down weakly and ate a donut. His wife went to the woodshed. When she carried a bucket of buttermilk and a small wooden paddle. Edith, you're crazy, mumbled Zuckerman, but she paid no attention to him. Together they walked to the pig pen. Miss Zuckerman wasted no time. She climbed it with Wilbur and went to work. Dripping a paddle in the buttermilk, she rubbed him all over. The geese gathered to see the fun, and so did the sheep and lambs. And Charlotte, even Templeton poked his head out cautiously to watch Wilbur get a buttermilk bath. Charlotte got so interested she lowered her into a drag line so she could see better. Wilbur stood still and closed his eyes. He could feel the buttermilk trickling down his sides. He was pure white, pink around the ears and snout, and as smooth as silk. The Zuckermans went up to change in their best clothes, where he went to shave and put on a plaid. Please, take us to the fair, begged the gooseling. Children, snapped the goose, we're just staying quietly at home. Only Wilbur is going to the fair. Just then Charlotte interrupted. I shall go too, she said softly. I have decided to go with Wilbur. He may need me. I can't tell what may happen with the fairgrounds. I might need somebody to do some errands and do general work. I'm staying right here, grumbled the rat. I haven't had the slightest interest in parties. The old sheep said, You've never been to one, remarked the old sheep. The fair is a rat's paradise. Everybody spills food at the fair. The rat can creep out at late night and have a feast. The horse barn, you'll find oats and trotters. And in the trampled grass in the field, you will find remains of peanut butter sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs, and cracker crumbs, bits of donuts, particles of cheese. And in the hard-packed dirt of the midway, after glaring lights, you will find out a veritable texture of popcorn fragments, frozen custard dribblings. Templeton's eyes were blazing. "Is this true?" he asked. "Is this appetizing yarn of yours true? It's like a high living. What you say tempts me." "This is true," said the old sheep. "Go to the fair, Templeton. You will find conditions in the fair that will surpass your wildest dreams. Buckets with your mash sticking into them, tin cans containing particles of tuna fish, greasy paper bags filled with rotten—" "That's enough," cried Templeton. "Don't tell me any more. I'm going." "Good," said Charlotte, winking at the old sheep. "Miss Arable?" All right," said Charlotte. "Let's all get into the crate." The rat didn't waste a minute. He scampered over the crate and crawled in between the slats and pulled a straw over him so that he was hidden from the sight. "All right, I'm next." She nailed into the hair, and she sailed into the air, let out a dragline, and dropped gently on the ground. "Look out! The people are coming, shouted the gander. "Listen to me," whispered the old sheep to Wilbur. "When they open the grate and try to put you in, struggle. Don't forget to tussle. Pigs always resist when they are being loaded." "If I struggle, I'll get dirty," said Wilbur. "Never mind that. I'll do as I say. Struggle." Templeton poked his head up to see the straw. "Struggle if you must," he said, "but kindly remember that I'm hiding down here in the crate. I don't want to be stepped on." The truck backed slowly to the pigman and stopped. Mr. Arable cut the motor and let out. Nobody realized that Wilbur's crate has already contained the rat and the spider. "That's some pig," said Mrs. Arable. "He's terrific," said Wilbur. "He's very radiant," said Fern, remembering the day he was born. "Well," said Miss Zuckerman, "he's clean anyway. The buttermilk certainly helped." And Mr. Arable studied Wilbur carefully. "Yes, he's a wonderful pig." "I'm a pig," cried Avery, tossing a handful of straw in the air. "Oink, oink, oink." "The truck is rolling, Papa," said Fern. Mr. Arable dashed into the driver's seat and pulled the emergency brake. The truck stopped. The geese cheered. The child crouched and made herself as small as possible in a knothole so Avery wouldn't see her. "Come out at once," cried Miss Arable. Avery crawled out of the crate on her hands and knees, making faces at Wilbur. Wilbur fainted away. "The pig has passed out," said Miss Zuckerman. "Throw water on him." "Throw buttermilk," suggested Avery. The geese cheered. "Maybe he's dead," said Avery. "Come out of the pigman immediately," cried Mr. Arable. Avery obeyed his mother and climbed into the back of the truck so he could see better. Ruby returned with cold water and dashed it on Wilbur. "Throw some on me," cried Avery. "I'm hot too." "Oh, keep quiet," hollered Fern. "He's up," said Mr. Arable. Mr. Arable, "I guess I got nothing wrong with him." I'm hungry," said Avery. "I want a candied apple." "Wilbur's all right now. We can start. I want to take a ride to the Ferris wheel." Miss Zuckerman and Lurvy grabbed the pig and pushed him fed first towards the crate. "Nothing wrong with this pig," said Mr. Zuckerman cheerfully, pressing his knee against Wilbur's back. "All together, boys, shove!" All with a final heave, they jammed into the crate. Wilbur couldn't pack out. Using all their strength, the men picked up the crate and boarded the truck. They did not know what was under the straw was a rat, and inside the knothole was a big gray spider. They saw only a pig. "Everybody in," called Mr. Arable, and he started the motor. The ladies climbed in beside him. The Zuckerman and Lurvy and Fern and Avery rode in the back, hanging onto the sideboards. The truck began moving ahead. The geese cheered. The children answered their cheer, and everybody went away to the fair.